first, like I said, I experimented a lot. So I was like, I was goth, then I was emo. I was everything you can imagine.
I was goth, then I was emo, parkour.
Hi, this is Iris.
And this is Sophia.
And you're listening to Undressed.
Hello, guys. What up?
Hello. It's back to school season.
It's back to school season. It's September. I bet that loads of people that are listening to us are already back to school by this time.
Imagine.
Imagine. That's so crazy. Like, I left school. I mean, you left school way earlier than me. For how many years have you not been
Oh my God.
studying?
So I left uni. Not left. I finished uni. People will think that I just quit.
Not a
When I
quitter.
was when I was 20. So
Okay.
it's been
Wow.
10 years.
10 years. Wow. Yeah, my studies are more recent than that. Yeah, I
Yeah.
left them in 2020. Yeah, 2020.
Yeah, the
The
COVID
COVID year
year.
was the last year for me. Yeah. The past 3 years I've been study free.
So
And
you
it's
have
been great.
everything more. It's been great, right?
Been great.
I agree on that. But you have like everything more fresh in your brain to talk about
Yeah,
the subject.
definitely. Yeah.
But before that, I really wanted to catch up with like what happened this week between the first
Yeah.
episode and this one. Uh, it's been like our weeks have been like crazy,
Yeah, it seems like it's been 2 weeks instead of 1.
and we are not like back to school, but we're kind of back to work all of
Mhm.
the sudden. Like we had some trips and vacations, and now it's been like, hi, the work is
Yeah.
here, and you need to like hustle. We've
Yeah.
been trying to get in with the podcast back on track, and I don't know. We are also like finding people to work with because we need a lot of help. So it's been a little crazy.
Yeah. Plus we need to do our usual content. Plus Fashion Week is coming.
Yeah, it's
Uh
all at the same time.
all at the same time.
And we still had the freaking Mercury retrograde.
Retrograde.
I'm not one to like mess with that stuff. I don't really know if I believe it. But the other day we had like the worst day of our life.
Yeah, like it was crazy. You know those days that you can feel something in the air?
Like
I feel
something's
like,
wrong.
yeah, something is like off. And that was the day. So first, I think the day started off okay, actually. We went to eat at this new pita place that there's here in Porto.
Yeah.
But then we started to like try and get pictures there, but then it was like super sunny, so the pictures didn't go very well. And we kind of gave up on those pictures, and then we were supposed to have a meeting about the podcast. We were like, oh, let's go to Starbucks. There's a Starbucks nearby. At least we can have a nice coffee while we have this meeting. So there we were at the Starbucks.
It happened so fast. We were at Starbucks. You had your
Iced
MacBook,
coffee.
your
Yeah.
laptop, and you brought the two iced coffees. And I was just, I don't know, on my phone or something. And all of a sudden,
My
I just felt like something, I don't know, liquid. And I look at Sophia.
and I'm like all drenched in iced coffee. So they gave us the iced coffees without the lid, and I was like, ah, should I ask for the lid? But then we're just gonna stay inside, and like it's bad for the environment to ask for the lid. So I'm not gonna ask for the lid. But then, like like I should have asked for the fucking lid, and I'm gonna ask for the lid every time. But I think what happened was, besides it not having the lid, the straw was like so tall that I did this movement with my hand, like to reach out the keyboard, and but between the keyboard and my hand was a straw. So like the whole thing fell on top of the keyboard, and you should see, like I was wearing like this white top, this white neat vest, and I was like all brown. Uh and then I don't know, I just froze. I just froze.
Yeah, it was really quick. I look at you and the cup was empty.
Yeah,
You know when you spill something and you instantly grab it? It wasn't the case. It was
no.
completely
Yeah,
empty. All of the liquid was on Sophia and her laptop. I
yeah.
never saw anything like that. The
Yeah,
laptop was like totally with
like
liquid.
a
A
little
little
coffee
lake.
lake on top of my laptop. Uh, and yeah, and the annoying thing was the only thing that came to my mind was fuck, this has happened to me before because I've done the same shit with my previous laptop with Red Bull. And I was like, I don't learn from my mistakes, but at the same time, everything was happening around me. So Iris had already like run to get me napkins. This like little girl, no, she wasn't little. She was like our age. This girl that was like on front in front of us
Yeah,
at the
she helped
table.
as well.
She helped us as well because we were at this big long table. And I remember perfectly on the other side of the table there was this couple and like the guy just looked over at my laptop and he was like, "She's fucked." And I was like, "Thank you, sir."
He said that?
He said
Oh
that.
my god,
He
I
was
didn't
like,
listen.
"Oh shit, she's fucked." And I was like, it was like, you know, like everything was happening in slow motion. Like the guy saying that, the girl getting napkins, you getting napkins, and I was like
Frozen.
frozen. And then I remember you came back and you were like, "Sophia, you should go to the bathroom. Like I handle this."
Yeah.
So yeah, I went to the bathroom and then the ladies' bathroom was closed. And I had to enter the men's bathroom and all the guys were looking at me and I'm like, "Hey guys, what up?" And then I just took off the vest
Just
because
imagine the guy. They're like, okay.
yeah, the good thing is that men don't care. I think I don't
Yeah.
think they care. So yeah, they were just like, "Oh yeah, you do your thing," because I think they noticed that it was like all stained. So I removed the vest because I had a t-shirt under the vest, and I put like soap on it. I put water, and then I used the thing where you
A soap?
no,
A
where
hand
a
dryer.
hand dryer to yeah to like dry the vest, and then I came back to
Yeah,
you.
while you're doing that, the
Yeah.
Starbucks, people were like cleaning with a mop, and then just like, they made you another drink,
Yeah,
which
they
was
made me
very
another
sweet.
drink. It was really sweet.
And I was like with the napkins, holding all the keys, trying to like soak up all the liquid, and then I moved the laptop upside down to see if it's gonna like. It was working. The
The
laptop was
laptop was
working,
still
but
working.
when you arrived, it was all black, and
Yeah,
I was
then
like,
it stopped working.
your laptop is fine." And then we look at it, and it didn't like
Yeah,
turn on. So we were very stressed about that, and it was very new. It was
yeah.
like
I bought it in
not even a
December.
year
Yeah.
old, so I was like stressing. But in the end, turned out okay, right?
Yeah, so far the laptop is okay. Like if this happens to any of you guys, the best thing you can do is what Iris did, just like turn it upside down as soon as it happens and then don't touch it for
Yeah,
like
just leave it.
48 hours at least. That's what I read. I'm not sure. No? Okay, our producer is looking at me like, I'm not
I
sure.
thought I was like, you should put it on rice, but I we read that it's not good to
I
put
read
a
that it's
laptop
not
on
good as
rice.
well.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Anyways, I just know that I didn't touch the laptop for 48 hours. I kept it upside down and then now it's working fine. Let's see if it, yeah. But the story doesn't end here.
Yeah. So that
So,
day we were like, okay, it's not like going great, but we managed to finish our pictures for the day and just go home.
wait,
No? Something
no, the
missing?
pigeon.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I forgot. Yeah.
This was like the scariest. I think this was so scary. Like it's very, very scary moment. So after the whole laptop incident, we were like, okay, let's just go on with our meeting. And we were having the meeting, we were talking. And then out of the blue, like this pigeon enters Starbucks and it just like starts going against all of the windows. But like
Like our
serious, like
movie.
horror movie shit, like bam, and then bam, and then bam. And everyone were like, ah! Like everyone was screaming. It was like so intense. And then the pigeon like managed to get out.
Yeah.
And yeah, but it was really like weird vibes. I think it was so
It
such
got
weird
to a
vibes.
point that we were like, okay, let's finish our meeting and just
Yeah.
go on with our day. and get off here. Oh, also, when we got to that, it's like a shopping mall that has a Starbucks inside. The first thing when we got there earlier that day, everything was closed. Like the entire shopping mall
The
is closed. I don't know
entire
if it's like got sold or something, but there was no stores
yeah,
open. So it was an off day, very
yeah,
off. You know
very
when
weird.
you get that like leap and you see
Yeah,
like the end of the matrix and you get that gap.
yeah.
I think it's what happened. So it doesn't end here because we went home thinking everything was like ruined, but at least we got our pictures done. So we're like, okay, it's over. But I had a dinner that day. And I have like my cousin that lives in London is back in town. So we went have a dinner. And after dinner, we were like, okay, we want to drink something, have a drink and talk. And I haven't had like a drink in our city center Porto in a while. And now it's like a different city. It's like full of tourists and a lot of movement. So I didn't know where to go. And I thought like, okay, let's go to one of my favorite places in town that it's called Plano B in Porto. It's like a bar slash club. And like I spent my entire like 20s there, and I knew like the people from the door, and I'm used to that place. So I was like, okay, I know this place, let's go. We were stopped at the entrance because my boyfriend had a shirt, like a Japanese shirt, like football shirt. And they were like, you cannot enter with a jersey.
Yeah,
I was
it's
so
like
shocked.
so shocking because like that place isn't like elitist.
No, it was always like an alternative kind
Yeah,
of place.
yeah.
And I saw so many people
It's
there
like
during my 20s
underground.
so
Yeah,
badly dressed. Like, it's not exactly. It's not
yeah,
like everyone goes like if you want to go on a with a tracksuit, you go with a tracksuit. It wasn't
yeah.
never like an elitist
Never,
place.
never about like the way you look. So it's really weird.
It's really weird. And everyone that I knew that was usually at the door, it wasn't. It was like these really buff guys now, and we couldn't get in. So then, my cousin was like, "Oh, we can go to this one that is like open air," and I hate that bar. That is open air. It's called Baz. And I hate it because when you go there, everyone looks at you from top of your head to the bottom of your feet like this. And I hated, always hated it. But I was like, okay, I'm with a group of people. I'm not going to be the one to be picky. Let's go. We get there, and the guy says, oh, it's invitation only.
That's such bullshit.
It is.
That's
They
such
make this
bullshit.
up because after that, we went home. Like, there's a story after this, but like at the end of the night, we went home and there's like two people that stayed and they went back there and they got in. So it's completely bullshit.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was the jersey again, but I was getting so annoyed. So after this, we were like, okay, before we go home and give up completely, let's go to this place and it's new in town and it was just like a regular bar. I think they even have food for you to eat like late at night. And it was outdoors, it has some chairs. So it was a very chill place. Since it was like new, it wasn't crowded. So we're
Mhm.
like, okay, let's chill. It's a good weather. Let's just order some drinks. And we stay there. I think we stayed for like almost 2 hours there, and we're like drinking and talking. I remember being like another table full of people, and I don't remember anyone else. But it was someone else sitting alone there that I don't know. I didn't see him, but we were talking as a group, and I think we were like six at a
Mhm.
table, just talking about regular stuff. And after like 1 hour and a half of being there, almost 2 hours, we were talking actually about my trip to Japan and the
Mhm.
fact that PewDiePie went to the same temple as me, the white
Yeah.
cat Maneki Neko that they call in Japan temple. And you can leave your cat there at the temple with messages or something. And PewDiePie made a hat for his cats, like a cowboy hat. And we were talking about that. The only words that I remember was a friend of mine was saying, yeah, he made a cowboy hat for the white cat. All of a sudden, I see these men coming towards us, pointing his finger, saying like, "White cowboy. Like, I'm not joking. Like, completely cray cray. White cowboy, are you talking to me? You think you're funny, huh? Like
Wait,
this,
but
screaming, super
was he a
aggressive.
cowboy?
He wasn't. Had long hair, like super crazy. Long hair, like a regular dude. First, I thought like, okay, this must be like a drug addict, like homeless, because we have some in Porto, and sometimes they can talk to you a little
Yeah.
crazy. But he was looking completely normal. Of course, he was drugged, I think, because he was
Yeah, for
acting
sure. Like, I think
nonsense.
he was like having one of those trips where you make everything about you.
Yeah,
Like, yeah.
probably coke. I don't know. He was completely out of his mind. He was super aggressive. This was like 2 seconds saying that. White cowboy, you're talking to me, you think you're funny? And then he moved super fast, grabbed the chair of my friend, and he ripped the chair out. My friend was like falling
Oh
on the
my
floor, and he
god.
was like, I'll hit you with this chair. And
Yeah.
then people from the bar grabbed him really quick to kind of push him away from us. I was standing there with my jaw on the floor like this. I didn't like, I
Yeah.
was like, what the fuck is happening? And then while he was like being grabbed by all people from the bar, he was still screaming like, I'm gonna fuck you up, you and all your friends. I don't touch girls, but I'll fuck all you. It looked like something coming out of a movie, and I was
Oh
like,
my
what the fuck is
god.
happening? My dad was calling me. I don't know why, just talking about random shit. And I was like, Dad, wait a second, because it's like a nightmare here. And yeah, then they removed him. They like brought him to like far away from us because he was very like super crazy. So then the people from the bar came back, and I was like, can you explain what happened? Like, who is this man? And they were like, oh, he's a friend of ours, but he loses control sometimes.
Okay,
Like, what the
maybe don't
fuck?
have that friend at your bar then.
You know, it's a new bar, and you're gonna like, no one's gonna come here if it's gonna be like
Yeah.
that. And personally, I think he even must be like have ownership or something, because if not, why would you let your friend that's completely
Yeah.
crazy just be there harassing your clients? So I don't know, it was super weird, and I was kind of afraid that my friend would kind of respond to that, because I don't know if it was me and it was my share, or my boyfriend. I don't know how people would react, but like my friend was super calm at the moment, so it was good because it didn't like evolve to something even
Mhm.
more aggressive. But I was like, is he gonna like follow us home or something, or trying to
Yeah.
meet us somewhere else? But it was all went fine. But of course, we just went home straight away after that episode, because I was like, what the fuck just happened? The craziest
That's
day.
actually insane because it's something that you can't really protect yourself from. Like you just
Yeah.
said random words and the random guy like
Was affected by like white and
yeah.
cowboy, but it wasn't for him. I think he was, of course, on drugs. And it was, luckily it was the share and not like the glasses or something that he grabbed,
Yeah.
because I don't know, maybe you can be really hurt by
Yeah.
someone that is completely crazy and you're not
Yeah.
expecting. But yeah, that was the update.
Yeah, our downtown is getting a bit crazy,
It is.
I think.
It is. It's a lot of people now, and I don't know why. And there's also a lot of drugs, I think. Now everyone is like selling
Yeah.
drugs. I didn't notice that. Of course, drugs always existed, but like now it's so many people are always like, do you want?
Yeah.
Do you want?
Marijuana?
And coke too. They're
Yeah,
like,
and Coke, yeah.
well,
Well, but we did have a good thing from our downtown this week, which was a new restaurant opened up,
yes.
a new ramen restaurant, and we also went to eat the
And
night
it's
the night
finally
after that.
good the night after that.
Yeah, we went to eat. The two of us and our boyfriends, and it was amazing actually. I really liked it. It's called Nude, like noodles without the liz.
It's a cool name, like
Yeah,
nude.
Nude. And yeah, they have good ramen. So
The recommendation is there for you all if you want to
yeah.
come to Porto, but you might find white cowboys, so beware. Maybe it's his name. It's like his internet name,
Maybe
White
because he
Cowboy.
had like long hair. Maybe he I don't know. Was he wearing cowboy boots? I
No,
don't know. Why would you like
I don't know. It's
I
it's
don't know.
nonsense. It's completely
I
nonsense.
don't know.
But yeah, I think that's all the updates so far. And also, my dog finally had the surgery that I
Yeah.
think we talked about on the last episode,
Mhm.
and he's doing fine. So, just in case you're wondering, it
Yay.
was yesterday, and he is now at home. The scar is really small, and the only thing is that they told me that he cannot like leak the wound,
Yeah.
the scars. So they made me buy this thing for his neck, okay? And I bought it. It was like 20 euros yesterday that I purchased at 8 p.m. I
It's
was
really
running
cute.
around. It's
It's
really
really
cute.
cute.
It's
Imagine like one of
like a
those
floaty.
traveling pillows
Yeah.
that you use at the airplane, but for a dog.
Yeah, because the giant plastic ones, last time that he had a surgery, he broke them in like
Yeah.
hours. So I got recommended to buy those that look like a stuffed pillow or
Yeah.
a floaty. It's very cute, looks like a donut. But I was running around to find it. I bought it at 8 p.m. and this morning at 8 a.m. it was completely ruined. So there's no more pillow, no more anything, and I don't know what to do with him. So I'm just praying that he's not like leaking the wound. So let's see when I get back home.
No, I trust. I trust Taco.
You trust him,
He's gonna
I
be
know.
fine.
But yeah, I think it's all updated, and we
Yeah.
can jump into the school matters.
Yeah, let's dive in. Should we start by talking about our outfits today?
Yes,
Because
please.
they are not randomly picked. We did a little bit of school inspiration today.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm wearing like a long skirt, then like this checkered vest, and just like regular penny loafers. I recently learned why they're called penny loafers. It's because you can put like a penny over there. So yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
You
this
can
is
buy
what I
some with
picked.
a penny already
Yeah,
inside
it's
or
really
something
cute.
similar. But would you wear like, you thought like that outfit would be suitable for like a back to school day, like your first
Yeah.
day in school?
Maybe not school, but definitely uni.
Yeah,
I
uni.
feel like I'm dressed more like a teacher though.
You think? I
I
don't
could be
think
a
so.
teacher, no?
Yeah, you
Okay.
could be a teacher too.
Yeah.
We are old enough to be
We
teachers, but
are.
I think it would be a cool outfit for the first day as well.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think when you're back to school, like the first day is a lot of pressure.
Yeah, definitely.
Because like you're gonna introduce yourself to the entire like class, and sometimes it's like just a new year, but it's the same school. Sometimes it's like a totally new school or uni, and the first day is like the first impact, right? So you're
Yeah,
like, how do I want people to perceive
to
me?
perceive, definitely.
And I think you should try to dress as you would regularly, because if you put too much effort and then you can't keep up, just imagine you're all glammed up
No,
the next
I
day.
have this story. I have this story. My boyfriend back in high school, he used to be like a little bit chubby. So like he used to be bullied a lot. So he always tells me this story that when he switched, I think it was when you switch from like sixth grade to seventh grade,
Yeah.
he had like this new pair of sneakers of like DC sneakers. They
Yeah,
used
I
to be
love
super
DC.
cool. And he had like this baggy jeans. So yeah, he had like this full on outfit. He slept with the outfit on the
Oh
bed
my
like the night
god, just
before.
prepare.
And like he was like super cool. And then all of the like popular kids talked to him on that day because of the sneakers he was
Oh my
wearing. And
god.
you're like, yeah, you're cool, you can stay.
You
And
can
then
stay.
the next day, I think he was wearing like this like tracksuit, like really bad. I don't know what happened
He
there. Like,
downgraded really fast
yeah.
though the
And then they
second
were
day.
like, "Who are you?" And then they ditched him. They completely ditched him because of his clothes. So yeah,
Could like give them a transition a little like
I know. I was
slower.
like, dude, dude, why'd you do that?
Just like
Yeah,
first day only.
yeah.
So yeah, if you're gonna glam up for the first day, at least give it like a
At least
week,
have
a
like
month
five good outfits planned for the rest of
plan.
the week.
Yeah. So yeah, I think you should go like just like you like to dress on a regular, but you can put like, I don't know, maybe some more accessories
Yeah,
or something on the first day if you want
I
to
agree.
impress people, but like just go as you because you need to like keep up
Yeah.
the
I think it's
persona.
really important to be comfortable at school
Yeah,
and uni.
true.
That's why you are wearing like Adidas and I'm wearing like flat shoes. Like
Yeah.
I don't think I would ever like wear a heel, like block heel, even block
Yeah.
heels, maybe some block boots sometimes, but
For the
not
first
for
day
the
at
first
least.
day.
No.
No, I
So I
think.
put, yeah, my sambas and then just some really baggy shorts to be like, I can hang with the girls and I can hang with the boys too. I can fit anywhere.
I can fit into
And yeah,
it.
some boxer shorts and a tank top and a beret. So that
Yeah,
was my effort for
true,
day one.
true. I have a berry too, a
True.
Kangol. We are both wearing a
So
Kangol.
in the first day we could connect. We're
We
like,
will.
oh girl, we have the same beret.
I would come to you. I would like, yeah, you're
Yeah.
cool. Do you
You
want to
need to
hang?
because I would be on the corner. That's me in school.
There's me in the corner. No, but I also have this theory. Like when a day is gonna be too intense already because it's the
Mm.
first day, I don't want to make it even harder by being uncomfortable.
Yeah, true.
Um. So yeah,
Or be aware of like what you're wearing. You know, if you
yeah,
go with a super short skirt or dress and you're like
yeah,
uncomfortable, you're like, just imagine on the first day, everyone like seeing your underpants or something.
yeah.
Let's just keep it safe
Let's
for
keep
the
it
first
safe.
day, and
Yeah,
then you can play around.
yeah.
But I think you asked our followers
I did.
um if they like dressing up for school or something, right?
I did, and actually, I was super impressed by the replies because basically I gave our followers three options. Option number one was yes, I dress up for uni. The school is my runway.
Ooh,
Option number two, comfy cute is the way, which is, I think, is where we stand.
comfy cute. Yeah,
Comfy cute.
definitely.
And then the last one is Adam Sandler comfy only, which is
Okay,
like, yeah, like baggy clothes, like
true.
almost pajamas vibe.
I think it also, for me, it really depended on the day and the
Yeah,
mood.
I agree.
Because definitely, if you look at it, sometimes it was my runway. I experimented a
Yeah.
lot comparing to the other people in school.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, if I felt like going Adam Sandler, I would.
Yeah, I was the same, definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah, especially because back at school, I think it was our life. So if we wanted to dress up, it would be to go to school, like
yeah.
because there's nothing else to do. So yeah, I was the same. I
And I
think.
remember being super excited doing my outfits for the next day. I
Yeah,
like to prepare them the
me
night
too.
before. Um, I don't know where that went. Because now it's like
Because now
on
it's
the
your
day.
job, so it's like
Yeah.
maybe. But yeah, I was impressed because 57% of the people said the school is my runway.
Wow.
57%. And then
Damn.
32% said comfy cute, and only 11% said Adam Sandler.
I would guess that the 50 would be Adam Sandler.
Yeah, actually,
Because at least
no.
here in Portugal, that's where what you'll find in school.
Yeah, I don't think this percentages apply to Portugal.
Yeah, probably not.
Or maybe, I don't know, maybe some people think they're slaying and they're not slaying.
True. But
No.
as like I don't know, even probably uni, since I my uni was like arts and fashion, um I saw people more well dressed, but all the other schools were not good in
Mm-hmm.
terms of style.
Yeah.
Very rarely you would see someone like dressing up.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, maybe in other countries it's different. And now I was actually commenting with you this week that I think Gen Z now it's experimenting more with fashion. There was like a gap between us and Gen Z, like that it's in school now,
Mm-hmm.
where everyone was dressing the same with like
Mm-hmm.
jeans and a white t-shirt. And
Mm-hmm.
now I see like people experimenting more, which is cool.
Yeah, I agree.
It's about trends too.
Yeah, it's about trends, I think. But there was this time where all the girls were wearing like this, like
Skinny jeans,
jeans,
high waisted,
high waisted, not skinny, like
not skinny.
like
Yeah, probably a little more baggy, but
yeah,
with crop tops, and it was
yeah,
like the outfit.
yeah, the outfit, like Brandy Melville vibes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And now it's more alternative, which I prefer
Yeah.
to see when I'm just driving around and see the kids like experimenting
Yeah.
stuff. I think it's cool.
I agree. I agree. So yeah, these would be probably our first day outfits. Probably not, because maybe tomorrow I would be in another vibe.
Same. I think that would be the hardest thing right now for me to pick because I my style has a lot of different aesthetics. So
Yeah.
on the first day you're like, do I want to show my girly side, my tomboy side? Do I want to
Mm-hmm.
show my alternative grunge style? Do I want to
Yeah.
scare them and go all out? So imagine-
Don't talk to me.
yeah, like spikes and all and platforms and be like, bitch, don't try.
Bitch.
But yeah, also did you felt we were thinking the other day, you made your entire like school life up until uni in a private school
Mm-hmm.
and then you went to a public university.
Yeah.
And my path was completely the opposite. So I was in a public school all my life and then for university there wasn't any universities in fashion that were free.
Mm-hmm.
Free, not none is free, not
Yeah.
even the public, that it's public, so I
Yeah.
had to go to a private one. So we have opposite lives here. We can talk about our
Yeah.
experiences. How was it being on a private school up until uni?
Um. So I was like the entire time in the same school. I didn't change
Oh, it was the
once.
same school
Yeah.
up until uni.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, every
And same
time.
friends.
No, because mm, no, because they were changing. Like people were coming and going,
Okay, and you're
and
staying.
I was staying.
I
I
like
mean,
that.
no, there's more people like me that stayed there
Okay.
the whole time. But yeah, it was one of the few. I feel like we were a smaller percentage. And I think it's so weird when I tell this to someone because, like, it looks like I was this spoiled brat in like a private school the entire time. And yeah, I think from a certain point we were very like protected. We were always
Okay.
in the same environment, but it's like a huge school. We from like half of the time you hang on in a different like side of the road. Like
Okay.
in a like there's
Different buildings, right?
different buildings, yeah. And then on the other half of the school years it was like in another place. So I did feel like I changed schools,
In
plus
a way.
all of the people were changing, like, so I did feel like it wasn't the same school all the time. But I do think that we were like super protected. I had to have like this authorization to leave, to if I
Okay.
wanted to go out to eat or something.
I see.
Only before high school. I think during high school I didn't need a permission to leave. But yeah, we needed a permission to leave. Um, but besides that, I don't think, I'm not sure if there's like any big change.
Yeah, it didn't feel like a big impact going to then a public
No, I think the
university.
biggest impact was feeling that the teachers do not care at uni, do not care
Oh,
at all.
about
Uh,
you is like making sure you get like good grades
they
or
don't even
whatever.
know who you are.
Oh yeah.
Like they
Okay.
don't even know my name because we are so many.
Yeah, but maybe that was the difference between like college and uni in general, not much like public or private, right? Because it was a really big college.
Big college. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. But I feel like the big all of the like public colleges are this big and the private ones
It's are
are smaller
smaller. Yeah.
classes. I think that's one of the biggest differences also.
Yeah, and I think that's really good here in Portugal because people listening to us now in different countries might have like a different
Yeah.
scenario. But here in Portugal, like up till uni, I think it's a personal choice if people want to go to the public one or the private. But our public schools are really good here,
Yeah.
and in uni is like the public ones are the best ones.
Yeah.
There's no even comparing. Like if you have a degree from a public one, especially like the big degrees, like if you want to be a lawyer or a doctor or whatever, it really means a lot if your
Yeah.
degree is from the public school because
Yeah.
they are definitely the better and the bigger.
Yeah.
So yeah, the private ones. Up until now, I think now they are opening medicine in private,
Yeah.
but it
And
wasn't allowed. It was
yeah.
just the public, so it meant a lot if you had your degree in public. In
Hmm.
my type of field like the fashion and art is a little different because we
Mhm.
only had one big public one, public college here in the north at least, and it was more like painting and all. It didn't have design. So
Mm.
uh, my college was like one of the first ones here,
Yeah.
but it was private, but definitely smaller. It's
Mhm.
tiny. It's
Mhm.
tiny comparing to those college. But yeah, I was never in a private, so I couldn't compare. But growing up, I think the public one here in Portugal is really good. So if you
Yeah.
want to put your kids there, is really nice. Um, the class is probably the same size. I think maybe like
Yeah.
30 students,
Yeah.
and the teachers are really good. And yeah, you can connect with a lot of different people. So I'm I'm like, I think I'm a supporter of our public schools at
Yeah.
least. I don't know how they
I
are
agree.
on
I
the other
agree.
countries.
I would definitely like put my sons in public school
Yeah,
all the way. My nephews are in public schools, and I
yeah,
think they're really like they're amazing.
they are really
Uh,
good.
yeah.
But the one thing that I noticed is like every school that I was in, they were always like super trash. And then as soon as I left them, they were all like
Renovated. The same
renovations.
happened to me. The same happened to me, like Colégios of Francês. It's
Yeah,
all like brand new,
yeah.
like insane. Like the
Mine was the
moment
same.
we went, and FEP as well, my uni,
The
the
color, yeah.
economics, it was the same. I had classes in those boxes.
Yeah, same. In
Yeah,
my uni is the same. Right now is like super
disgusting.
like brand new. And I
Yeah.
changed schools.
Mhm.
So I didn't stay in the same one until uni. I had to change because here, when you go to the 10th grade, which is like high
High
school
school.
here, you need to choose between arts, science, uh,
Economics
yeah, something
or
like that. Economy or,
humanity.
yeah.
I don't know if it's called humanity.
I don't know. It's something more like languages and stuff.
Languages, yeah.
So I chose arts and it wasn't available at the nearest school. So I had to go to another one. And I felt that that was like the big first day for me. I was like, new school, I don't know anyone. It's going to be
Yeah.
the first day.
Especially arts.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I remember it was very funny because on the first day, I know, dressing up. I was kind of emo back in the day. I was like all dressed up, emo vibes. And then I met some friends later that year, and then they told me that on the first day they thought they was reading like the list of students, and there was a student that was like so much older. It was like 18 or 19, and back then we were like 15, I think, or
Mhm.
14. Um, so then my friends told me later that year that they thought it was me because I was like super tall and
Yeah.
I came all dressed up. So they thought I was the old kiddo. But yeah, I was very nervous that day actually.
Did it went well?
It went well.
Yeah.
Not that I made a lot of friends, but they were good friends though.
Quality over quantity.
And that comes to our next question. Who were you at school? Were you popular or an outcast? I'm curious to know because I don't know who were you at school.
Uh, is there like a third option? Because
Like a normal
yeah,
kid.
I feel like people knew who I was. Um, I don't know if we had like popular. I think in my school it was more like um the pretty guys and the pretty girls, and then like the outcasts, and then like the regular ones, if
Okay.
that makes sense. Because I feel like everyone knew each other. So I don't know, I don't think there was like popular.
Oh, between classes? Everyone knew
Yeah.
it.
Like
Oh.
you knew everyone
Oh,
there.
in my school it wasn't like that at all.
Yeah. Because we only had so I'm only focusing in high school now.
Yeah.
We had like two science classes, one economics, one arts, and one languages. So we were like five classes per year. So
Okay.
it's not that much.
Interesting.
And we were all in the same building. So we end up knowing who we were.
Okay.
And we were like, we shared the breaks, we shared lunch
Yeah.
breaks. So I feel like you knew like who the hot guy from the senior year was,
Okay.
and like you knew who the new people were. So I don't think there was like popular, but there were like hot guys and hot girls, and then like just okay people.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, probably like more nerdy people. Yeah.
So you kind of hang out
I
with
think I was
a little
like
bit of
normal.
everyone.
Yeah,
Just
I
yeah.
did. Yeah.
I think for me it was like up until high school, I was definitely an outcast. Um Elementary I don't remember though. I don't remember. But like the other school
Mhm.
years, I think I was an outcast because first, like I said, I experimented a lot. So I was like, I was goth, then I was emo. I was everything you can imagine.
I was goth, then I was emo, parkour.
No, definitely. Like the goth part was very funny because my hair was long
God,
AF.
I wish I could see some pictures, please.
I can try to
Why did
find.
you not bring
Oh
pictures?
my god, I should. I forgot, but I can try to find up until the editing of this video. But like my hair was up to my like butt and I had my eyes super dark.
Stop. Before high school?
Yeah, before high school. This was like I don't know, maybe 7th grade.
That's insane.
I was going to concerts like super
No
yeah.
way. 7th grade going to
Yeah.
like,
I was
bruh.
my first concert I was 10 years old.
Wow.
My parents had to bring me because I had like older cousins. I was like, I'm going. I'm going to this concert. I'm a huge fan. What do you mean? And I was pissed because my cousins were staying in the bottom where you're standing, like close to the stage, and my parents made me sit down. Those those rows you have around the venue. That was me. I was so pissed. But at least I attended, which was nice. I was really happy. So I was wearing like the chokers with the studs,
Oh my
everything,
god.
everything.
That's so cute
So
though.
I was the only one probably in school. So probably another one like older or something. So I was definitely the outcast. I remember this episode because my parents were always like super supportive of me experimenting with my style. So I remember my dad bringing home this gift for me that was this beanie that kind of the Rasta
Yeah.
vibe people wear, that has a hole on top so you can put your dreadlocks. That's the
Yeah.
words I was looking for. The dreadlocks can go on that hole, and it's a vibe. It's like a very slouched. I don't know. It was a thing. So he brought me, was like, this is so original. Have you saw this beanie? And I was like, yeah, so
Uh-huh.
cool, Dad. Thank you. And the next day, I brought it to school with my hair just coming out of the hole, thinking I was super dope. And I remember that day, the whole school was talking about me and like making fun of me and being like, they were saying that it looked like a potty. The
A
potty
party. Oh my god. Yeah.
in Portuguese is panico, which is a very ugly word.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
everyone was like,
Mm,
potty. But I remember it didn't mess up with me at all. I don't know
yeah.
where I got like the confidence back then. I was like rocking it and I was like, I don't fucking care. You guys are the losers. This is the shit.
Yeah.
And I brought it to school other times too, even after that day.
Yes, queen.
So yeah.
As you should.
I was the outcast that was like, I don't give a shit. I'm
Yeah.
gonna wear. I remember
Yeah.
wearing like Converse All Star of different
Different
colors and
colors.
different fit. I was like experimenting a lot.
Yeah.
So up till high school, I was definitely the outcast that people even like
Yeah.
joked about. But in high school, even though I was still emo, we are like the people are starting like looking at you a different way. So
Yeah.
I remember like a lot of guys talking about me in school. So I was not like the ugly duck back then, super
Mhm.
weirdo outcast, but I was still a little bit of an outcast because I don't make much friends and I'm not like super friendly. I wasn't like hanging out with all the classes.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, but I made really good friends in high school. Not a lot, but it's the friends that I keep today.
Mhm.
I don't
Mhm.
know why.
Yeah.
In university, I didn't do any like good friends. I'm sorry if I'm like forgetting about someone, but I don't think so.
Mhm. Mhm.
But in high school, I have like I don't know, maybe the 4 or 5 good friends that I have
Yeah.
now. They are all from high school.
All my best friends are from school as well.
But like high school or oh, because you were in the
Because
same
yeah, they
yeah.
were with me throughout. I mean, but actually there were phases. There were like during high school where I wouldn't talk to them, but I feel like we were always like in each other's lives
Yeah.
eventually. Like we didn't like lose the connection.
So it's the friends more than
Yeah,
university.
the university friends I still maintain, and I have a few very good ones, but I wouldn't consider that like best
Yeah.
friends because we don't hang out that much. But actually, with your story, now I remember that before high school, from like seventh grade to ninth grade, I had this best friend. Actually, with that girl, we like stopped talking, but nothing happened. We just stopped talking. Um, and we were like very close. Like we hung out, the two of us, and I think we were kind of an outcast back then. And I remember perfectly because she was also like kind of emo. She was obsessed with Tokyo Hotel back
Okay.
then. And I remember we were also experimenting with like wearing, oh, I was obsessed with Avril Lavigne. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember I wanted to be like her. So I went to school with like these gloves with like
I
no
had them too,
fingers
like
and like
stripes and all.
stripes and the Vans with the shakers.
Yeah.
And then she would also dress up like that. So yeah, I think back then we were a little bit of the of an outcast, the two of
So
us.
you're like, although it's a private school, you don't have uniform at your school.
No, we only have like a t-shirt.
You have a T-shirt
We
that you
have a
need to wear
t-shirt that I need to
always.
wear that says like the name of the school, but that's
Okay,
it. And you
that's
can
it.
wear it in like white, dark blue, and that's it.
Okay.
You have two colors. But yeah, you can
There's no dress
experiment.
code
No, at
besides
all,
that. That's good.
which is cool. It's
Also,
really
I
cool.
think uniforms are really cool now, but I think your entire life having to wear something, it can be a little like put you
Yeah,
on a box
I
and you
agree.
cannot like experiment much. Although now I look at them and I think like, oh, it must be
Yeah,
nice wear a uniform. But yeah, it's
yeah.
also a
I do
little
think that my fashion evolved a lot, thankfully, to not having a uniform because
to be able to
yeah,
experiment.
because
Same.
otherwise you would only have the weekends to experiment and like later in life. But
True.
yeah, I remember one time there was like this big ass jeans, like
Yeah.
super large, that was like in style somewhere when I was like in ninth grade, eighth grade, but no one was wearing them except for the two of us. I remember we went to buy them at the skater store.
In the shopping mall.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went there too. It was like the only good store around.
Exactly.
Everyone was going to shop
Yeah.
there. Really nice.
And then like the next day we were like both of us wearing the jeans and we're like, yeah, yeah, work it. And I remember this guy who was like, look at her, look at them wearing those
Oh
jeans.
my
They look
god.
so bad. And I remember I was so sad as well. But yeah, I think we kept wearing them anyways
Yeah, that's the
because
thing. And people
yeah,
are so harsh. Like kids are so harsh in
yeah,
school. But I think it's important because it's what you're gonna get on a daily outside too.
yeah,
We get it on a daily,
yeah,
even now as adults. So it's part of it, and unfortunately, it's part of it. And you need to
yeah.
like just wear whatever.
Yeah, thank God. I think I always had that thing where I could see, like, okay, you are talking shit about my style, but you are dressed
Yeah,
in such a basic way that you're not gonna affect me because you know what I mean? Like, your style is not something that I aspire to, so I'm not
yeah,
gonna let that hurt my
effect.
feelings. If it was someone that I would like admire saying that to me, I would be like, okay, I'm not gonna wear this again because I look like shit. But
Yeah.
like, if you are not someone like that I
Who
like,
don't even like care
yeah,
about fashion. Why are you're so pressed about
exactly.
what others are wearing? I
Yeah.
think it always comes from insecurity. But even so, even if you have that in mind, sometimes it can be overwhelming if everyone's like talking to you and
Yeah,
saying
it
stuff
can
on the
be.
street.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, just keep wearing whatever and
Yeah.
don't like be afraid of experimenting because only then you can find your own style. I think all these parts of me were really important to me,
Yeah.
like finding my own place. So yeah, and did you have like good grades or bad grades?
I was a very good student the whole like school, and then at uni economics, of course. I was just like trying to survive.
Yeah.
You there's no such thing as having good grades
College is
at my
like
uni.
super different in terms of grades. I
Yeah.
was the same. I was getting, I remember only in college I had my first I failed my
Yeah,
first
same,
test,
same, same.
and I remember being so like such a good girl for never like failing
Yeah.
anything. People usually like jokes about that too in high school, like, "Oh my god, you never like failed,"
Yeah.
because it's common.
Yeah,
But
it's
I don't know
common.
why. I was not a very good student at languages and history. Everything that you need to write a lot and remember a lot, I'm not good at that. I was always good in maths and
Mhm.
geometry and
Yeah.
arts.
Yeah.
But I never failed, like completely failed. But in college, yeah,
Yeah.
I was like not an entire like subject, but I failed some tests.
Yeah. Same.
History of art.
I remember it was like a slap in the face to me because I was obsessed with maths in high school.
Mm,
That's why I went to economics because I was like, okay, I love
I'm
this.
good at this.
Um, it was like a game to me.
Yeah,
Um, and I remember I was just like, I would listen to music and I was just like, do exercise, math exercise. And it was
yeah,
super fun. So I was like, okay. And I had good grades. I was like one of the top of my classes. I was like, yeah, I'm going to go for it. And then I failed like the first exam at uni, a math exam. I was like, fuck. Like, what am I going to do? Like, I'm literally here because of math, which actually gets me to another point, which is don't pick a course based on a subject because that's not like I this is wrong what I did. Like going, okay, I like math, so I should go for economics because they
yeah,
have loads of math. No, like you should see what jobs you're gonna get after that course. And if I had seen that, I would see that that's not like me at
what
all.
you like.
Yeah, but yeah, I did that and yeah, I failed. And then that's when I got tutoring and then I got way better and I got good grades, but not like the same grades that I would get in high school,
Yeah,
obviously.
I think sometimes when you're in high school, it's very hard to pick your career or at least where you want to go to college. Or if you want to go to college, that I
Yeah.
think is also another option that people are so like take that out of the picture. Sometimes parents take that out of the picture and it's there's a lot of jobs where you don't need college degree.
Hmm.
So yeah, I think it should be a better work in high schools to kind of help students decide.
I agree. Even like having a better support system, like supporting a single student, being able to talking to them and understanding what they're into and what they like, and
Yeah.
then tell them, okay, based on that, like for you, for example, okay, based on your interests, I think you should like do fashion design or um I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think it's like for me, for example, maybe if I had someone talking to me and say, okay, but you're not even gonna use math in your life, sweetie.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
don't pick, like,
Just
because,
because you like a
yeah,
subject
just
and the
because.
subjects are not even like the same as the degrees you can pick or the areas. Like I
Exactly.
was in arts because I knew since I was young that I wanted something related to arts because I was creative and I like to experiment. But what I learned in arts in high school has nothing to do with what it's available to pick as a job in
Mm-hmm.
arts. Is very like a painting and drawing, and this of course you can be a painter, but it's actually like a tiny part of arts and the
Exactly.
creative
Exactly. And can you
jobs.
believe that for me, when I was picking, like, in high school, when I was picking between everything, I was like, even my mom, she was like, are you sure you don't want to go to arts? Because you are like you're very good at arts. And I was like, but I don't know how to draw. And she was
Hmm.
like, yeah, you're that's true. That so I went to economics.
That's all. You really feel like you need to be able to draw a lot. And actually, in the amount of fields you have within arts, there's just a tiny bit of jobs where you actually need to draw.
See,
So
that's I don't
yeah.
know, like why there's not that information anywhere.
And sometimes it's better to really like something than be good at it.
Yeah.
You actually thought you were good at maths and you picked an area that you don't like at all. Maybe
Yeah.
you could like to draw and learn how to draw really quickly and actually be a natural. So Yeah. And we actually asked our listeners if they wanted any advice, and we got a lot of people asking for that advice. So I think it's global that everyone feels a little lost.
Yeah, like how do I pick what subject is best for me? How do I know what's best for me? But yeah, if it was now, I would advise myself like talk to adults maybe that do what you think you want to do, and maybe you
Yeah.
will understand that you don't want to do that. Um do your own research about like what's available uh in your country or not. If you're able to study it like abroad, that's amazing, do that as well. um but yeah, do your own research and like look at the programs. I remember before I went to fashion school, because after economics I went to fashion school. um I had like this variety of courses that I would be able to do.
Hmm.
I remember I had fashion journalism, fashion photography, fashion management. And what helped me to pick was see all of the subjects that you would study. And like, I'm reading like all of the like, not the menus. How do you say? I don't know. Like,
Like the schedules and
yeah.
see what
And
classes you
yeah.
have and what suits you.
And I think you will feel more excited and more like inclined towards a course. At least that's how
Yeah,
I decided. Like, oh, this is so interesting. Like, I want to go to this class because,
same.
and yeah, I don't know.
And I think it's also important to have time to decide because you're like studying every year of your life since you're a kid. So, and all of the sudden, you need to decide your
Yeah.
entire career from one like degree to another, like one school year to another. You need to figure out everything. And I know sometimes can be hard if you have like strict parents or even parents that believe they want to give you the best education and they're like pressuring you to go to college. But if you can talk to your parents and if you feel like you need a year or two to decide, I think it's super valid. And that year you can might find like a passion, even if it's a hobby that might
Yeah.
turn into a career. So I think time is very important. Don't feel pressured because I have so many people that I know and friends that entered so many different colleges because they couldn't figure it out and they were like being pressured to just go to one. So they decided to go to sports and they said like I hate it. Then they tried to go to marketing and they hated it just because for them their parents they were like I need to be in college.
Yeah.
So they were trying everything.
I agree.
Maybe just try if they tried sports not in college but like a full year
Before,
doing
yeah.
doing sports they might figure it out they don't
Yeah.
like it either. And I feel there's a lot of jobs you can have that you don't even need college and you can be like learning on your own.
Hmm.
So yeah, that can be hard to talk with your parents if they want you to
Yeah.
go to college, but just try.
Yeah. It's also valid if after a whole year you realize that that's not what you want.
Yeah.
Like, you
i-
can start over.
if you
It's
feel like
okay.
it, you should
Yeah,
speak about it because it's better earlier than just
exactly.
doing the entire college like 3 or 5 years
Yeah,
and then
I
say
agree.
like I'm gonna throw all this away.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
And it's also a lot of money. So
It's yeah.
yeah, if you're feeling in your gut that it's not it, just talk about it with your
Mhm.
parents or whatever.
Yeah. You also asked us a lot how to manage like school and your personal time. Like
Yeah.
time management in general, and how to stay focused in your studies and not like daydream while you study, but at the
Mm,
same time like live your life and have like
true.
this balance. How do you I feel like we between us we have a different perspective about study because of our
Really.
courses also. I remember talking to
Yeah.
you and you barely had to study, you only had to like work on projects.
Yeah, but like my studying and my working on projects is much the same. I work really well in the nighttime.
Yeah.
So I always, my entire school years and college, I always did like last minute stuff and really work during nighttime. I really love it. I know it's not very healthy, but
Yeah.
I'm really productive then. So I usually had time for myself during like the afternoon or and then after dinner I started like working on my things
Mhm.
and even projects. But I also love doing stuff during classes because I think some people just kind of disassociate doing classes and are just standing there, and then they need to do a lot of work at home.
Yeah.
I try to be very present and even with art stuff, doing a lot of things in the classes. So then when I'm home, I'm a little more free.
Yeah, that's a
So take
smart
notes
hack.
and try
Yeah.
to really. And now you have so many devices. You can even like put like record the entire
Record.
class.
That's life changing. Yeah, I
That's life
agree.
changing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because I think that back, like at least for economics college, I don't think it's not enough to pay
Yeah.
attention in class. You really need to like study your ass off, and I think it was really hard for me because I was quite the opposite. I'm more productive in the morning,
Yeah.
and then the afternoon it slows down, and then after dinner for me, I'm done. Like the only thing for me after dinner is the bed and
Yeah.
like watching TV shows. It's like my brain turns off. So I think it was really hard because at the same time, I'm not a morning person. So
Oh no.
how does this work? But yeah, I think I was also um uh, a very last minute student.
Yeah.
So yeah, I it was chaotic for me sometimes. Uh and I think for me the thing was during exam season I would just like not be social.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's exam season. All of my friends would know that it's exam season. I would disappear, I would just study, and then after that I would just like party, do whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's where you need to get the balance. You also need to celebrate. I would celebrate like as soon as you're done with an exam, take that day for you. I remember during exam season, we would have like sometimes two exams in the same week. But even if I needed to start studying like right away, you need to like stop. And I remember after having the exam that day, I would just chill. And then the next day, I would start over because it's impossible for your
Yeah.
brain as well. So yeah, that's another hack. Maybe in the day of the exam, just take time for yourself. Um, give yourself a little treat.
Yeah. Kind of recover.
Yeah, I think so.
True, and I think
Um,
it's all about perceptions. I think back then I was like, "Oh my god, college! I don't have time for anything. So many projects."
yeah,
And it's not like that. When you get to like jobs and all, you realize that you had a lot of time back then, and you're being a little bit of a
yeah,
drama queen.
drama queen.
So, but of course, that's all you know back then, and it feels like a lot, definitely.
I think
And
so
the
too.
difference from school and college is like a big impact. But yeah, try to think that there's gonna be worse later on. So enjoy. Try to enjoy. No, for real. You have time in high school.
Yeah,
In
you
high
have
school,
time.
no, in college too. So yeah, try to relax on the weekends and also figure out what's the best time for you to work because
Yeah,
it depends from
yeah,
person to person.
and maybe sometimes you prefer to work at a coffee place. I remember
Yeah.
I used to love to study at coffee places. I love studying with someone else because if I see someone else studying, I feel like studying as well. If I'm alone at home, I'm just on my
Yeah.
phone. So yeah, that's another hack. Being like at a library as well, just like
Mm.
surrounded by people, like
Focus.
focusing. Um, yeah, just try to see what works best for you. I have friends that would just like study at home alone, and they
Yeah.
couldn't like do and like nothing else would work for them. So yeah, I think you need to try it out as well.
Yeah, try a lot of things
Yeah.
and try to see what works for you. So, a lot of other advices were related to friends, and some people were asking like how to make a lot of friends, and some people were asking how can I deal with school without having friends. So, I think you're probably the best person to advise on how to make friends. Uh you're like, "No, I'm not." Cuz I'm
um,
definitely not the one for this one.
I don't know, like I feel like they just came to me.
Wow.
Like
They just came to
how
you.
can I explain? I don't know. Mm, I feel like okay, in the beginning, if you're at a new school or a new class, I feel like there's always opportunities for you to bond with someone.
Yeah.
For example, if a teacher says that you need to do like a group work,
Okay.
so you may notice that someone is more alone in a corner and maybe you like go talk to them and you're like, "Hey, do you have someone?"
Yeah.
Like maybe, oh, I remember when I started fashion school. Um I was so nervous. Okay, it was like for you going to
Yeah.
art school, but you were 16,
Yeah.
but I was already like 20.
Yeah.
So I feel like the anxiety levels were even higher.
And it
I
was
feel
like a
like,
different country too,
yeah, it
right?
was a different country. Um, yeah, I was all alone. And I remember I was looking for my class and this other girl was also like lost. She looked like she was lost. And I came to talk to her. I was like, "Hey, are you also looking for like B11?" She was like, "Yeah, yeah." I'm like, "Yeah." So together we went to search
Yeah.
for that class. We sat together and then throughout the entire course we were like
France.
friends like for life. Even today I talk to her. So, yeah, I think so what brought us together was being lost.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I feel like you're always gonna have that opportunity if you notice someone like you can always go help someone out and then create a bond.
Yeah.
Um
I also think lunchtime is a good place to make connections because my entire like school years I always came home to have
yeah.
lunch because my grandma lived nearby the school. Then it was just a habit in high school, so I usually went home. um the schools were always like near my house, so
Mhm.
I really preferred. And then in like college, I already had a boyfriend, so he came pick me up to go grab lunch. So I thought the entire class just stayed and had lunch at the school or college, and
Mhm.
they bonded, and I was like always the outcast. So I feel like it would help me if I felt like making friends, which I don't think it's that needed. If you have like support from outside the school, you don't need to have like friends in your class or
Mhm.
whatever. But if you feel like you want to make them, I think that must be like staying in school for lunch, maybe,
Yeah. Yeah,
so
also
can
like
connect.
participating in school events. I did some
Yeah,
friends
like
like
parties.
in parties. Yeah. There's loads of parties at uni, so I think it's easy. Even actually, I would say that just going to uni to study, I made friends there because we were
Mm,
all like, we weren't study at the library all the time. Sometimes we would study outside of the library, just like
mm.
in the halls. So yeah,
Yeah,
you would see someone else from your class studying, and you would like just maybe sit next to them. Yeah,
you make
just
connections that way.
yeah, and maybe just don't put pressure on yourself to both ways. Don't put pressure to make friends, and
Yeah.
also if you start to try and make friends, don't put pressure like if you see that the person is not interested, maybe they're just an asshole. But
Mm,
usually like I feel like you can tell when someone is in need of a friend and when
yeah.
someone is like talking to you because they don't have anyone. And I feel like the other person should also like
Match the energy.
match the energy. Like
Yeah.
I remember sometimes I would have like this group already made and I would notice that someone new was there and I was like, come talk
Yeah.
to us. And now we are all the same group. So yeah, I feel like if people don't match the energy, they're the assholes as well. And you don't need that person. So yeah.
Yeah. I think if you don't have friends, and if to the person that asks how to just go by college or school without friends, if you're comfortable without having them, maybe because you have friends, you just don't connect. Like in college, I don't know why I didn't connect with
Hmm.
anyone, and I already had my high school friends where I passed spend time with them after college or whatever. So I didn't really feel the need, and I wasn't connecting. So if that's the case, just do you. Um, Go to college. Pay attention in classes. I had really dope teachers though, so I connected with some teachers. Because I don't know, in college I had like teachers that was close to my age. Everyone in college is like, I don't know, you're already adults, and the
Hmm.
teachers were young too. Because maybe it was a degree that it was very new to. We didn't have like much history in like fashion degrees in Portugal, so people were also very young. So I don't know, connect with the janitor if you want. Maybe
Yeah.
it's a good person and can help you out. The doorman, whatever. Don't feel like you really need to make friends if you have support system, because everyone needs a support
Yeah.
system. But if you have from outside and you're not connecting, just do you. Don't be shy to ask teachers stuff, and just enjoy.
Yeah.
Enjoy college alone.
Yeah, but like really enjoy it because it's gonna pass by very
Very
quickly.
quickly. Yeah.
Um
Do you miss it? School?
no.
So fast, so quick.
So fast, so quick. No, because I feel like the last years have been the best of my life
Yeah, same.
because I can finally do what I love full time.
Yeah.
I remember it was so stressful when I was studying, and then um actually there was someone asking us how to be an influencer and like being able to to
Mm.
juggle the studies at the same time, and let me tell you, like that's hard work. I
Yeah.
remember.
You have a part that you were doing both, right? I
Yeah.
never did, so
Yeah, it was
yeah.
insane. I used to like wake up at like 7 a.m. on Saturdays and go shoot with a friend. Thank God I had a friend that would
Yeah.
help me. And I would do like four outfits in that day.
Yeah.
So I could post like throughout the week while I was at uni. It was insane.
Yeah,
It
but
was
it's not
insane.
impossible. So if you guys are like
Yeah.
thinking about it, you did it. It's
Yeah.
hard, but you did it. So
Yeah.
I think that's really important. I started posting also when I was when I had like a 9 to 5 work, like a real like job, not even studying. And I think it's possible. I wasn't in the mindset of like this is my career, but I try to shoot on the weekends.
Yeah.
So if you guys, it's a hustle, but
It's a
it's
hustle.
like very important if you want to make it and have a transition. Even if you have like a
Yeah.
job, you need money or whatever, it's a good transition. Just you need
I
to work
agree.
very hard.
And I think if you really love it, you can make it work. Yeah.
Exactly.
But yeah, I don't miss it.
Yeah, I don't really miss it too. I didn't want to like, I wouldn't want to go back to school
Yeah.
now, and I don't really understand even like friends that I have that want to study a lot, like doing like master degree and whatever. I never understood. I don't really like studying that much, but I do feel like it's a one some of the best years of your life when you're studying. So you should really take advantage
Yeah.
because it's like really chill. When you get to the adulthood, is like a lot of responsibilities.
Yeah.
So that I kind
Yeah.
of miss the fact that you're really free.
Because what I also miss, like you're right about that, because I remember when I mentioned exam season, when the exam season was over, it was over. You were a free
Total
bird. Like
vacation.
you wouldn't use your brain more. You was just like it was like summer holidays or whatever holidays it was like, and it was like insane. And right now, from the moment you
True.
start to work, like you never, I don't think you ever go back to that level of not caring,
Yeah.
because there's always like things in your head that you should be doing, that you
Yeah.
could be doing, like even at the weekends. Like, for example, we don't work on weekends. That's a rule that we put.
We don't
Um,
make content, but we still post.
yeah, we don't create
Yeah.
content, but there's
Still
always
pay taxes.
things. Yeah, there's always things that we could be doing, and that I'm thinking that, oh, I should be
Same.
doing this and that. While at school, like if you don't need to study, if you don't need to work on a project, if like you're just so free, like
True.
there's literally no worries. So yeah, from that point of view, I do miss
Period of
that level of like not having to worry. Yeah.
not caring about a thing.
Yeah.
Good times. You know
Yeah.
what's good also?
Game time,
Game
baby.
time. Okay, so our game for today is Would You Rather? And yeah, we have a lot of questions related to school. So you want to start?
Yeah, I'm gonna start. And the one I have for you is, would you rather only be able to make your assignments the night before, or This is easy for you.
Already answering.
Or have all of your assignments being group assignments.
Scary, no?
She
Yeah.
hates group
I
assignments.
hate group assignments. I have the worst experience. I'm getting better. We talked about this before on season 1. I'm getting better in teamwork and kind of like ask people for help, but usually I was a lone wolf, so and making the assignments the night before is nothing like strange to me. It's
Yeah,
basically what I did my entire school year, so I would pick that one. And you?
I would pick all assignments be group assignments, like
Really? You like
100%. I love
Oh
it.
my god.
I love being social at uni, for example. I don't know. I love like I remember we would like book the day to go make the group assignments and we were just like talking and yeah, it was
Uh,
fun. And starting the assignment the night before just gives me anxiety thinking about it. So yeah,
yeah.
I would go for that one.
We sure are different on that.
But if the group assignment was with me, would you reconsider? Yeah.
In college?
Yeah.
No, I'm joking. I would reconsider.
Okay.
Okay, next. Have to introduce yourself to everyone in school. Nightmare. Or never be able to introduce yourself. Not even one. This one is
Wait, wait, wait.
not
So
being able.
someone would pass by me and I was like, hello, have you met me?
What's your name? And you're like,
I would prefer not being able to
cringe.
introduce myself. Yeah.
Not being able?
Yeah. Have to
Yeah.
introduce yourself to everyone in
In school.
school?
Hi, I'm Sophia. Hi, I'm Sophia.
Hi.
Hi.
What's your name? What's your name? Yeah, that's
Hi,
like
Barbie. Hi,
that's a bit
Barbie.
cringe.
Yeah, it's super cringe.
Yeah.
I would agree on that. They could guess my name. I could write it down.
Yeah. Just have one of those like stickers with your
Oh,
name.
that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Just point.
Iris.
Iris.
Okay. Would you rather sit front row in every class, like you couldn't
Sit in the
see
back.
it in the back, or be woken up once by your teacher because he caught you sleeping?
Oh, sitting front row.
Yeah.
I used to think like when I the first years in school, I always sit in the back. But when I grew older, I started realizing, like I was saying, to be present in the
Yeah.
during class, and I started like moving more
Yeah.
towards the front.
Yeah.
Like the one on the front, like really front, is awful, but
Yeah. I like a
in the
middle
middle,
front. Middle front.
middle
Like
front,
in between
yeah,
the middle and the front, I think it's the best place to
it's the
be.
best part.
So yeah, I would also pick that one.
Same, because sleeping it's so embarrassing.
So embarrassing. I remember I fell asleep once at a uni, but
Like
it was like a computer class, so I was like hidden behind
the computer.
yeah, the computer.
That's smart.
So it wasn't caught. So yeah, you just have to be smart about it.
Doing the IT classes is where you should sleep. Would you prefer to do an assignment while hangover or be tipsy at an exam?
Okay, I have a story.
Oh, wow.
I was at uni and it was like my last exam that year. And I remember I had like my best friend at the time and she was like, should we just drink at lunch? And the exam was like after lunch.
Okay.
I was like, yeah, why not? Like, fuck this shit. Like, we were not prepared at all. We were ready to fail.
So you're like, well,
So,
it's lost.
yeah, it's lost. It's lost. I think we had like a bottle of sangria and I was like
Oh,
tipsy during the exam. And I passed. So,
wow.
yeah,
So it
I've done
works.
it. I've done it and I passed. So,
I would pick that one too because I feel like in a hangover it's gonna be such a nightmare. Like have like a headache or something.
yeah.
While tipsy, it can go both ways.
Sometimes
You just
sometimes I feel so inspired when I'm like drunk. Like
yeah,
I should do this and that and like I don't
you
know.
became like more fearless, so you
Yeah.
might not be as nervous.
Yeah.
Okay, next.
Would you prefer to be back at school now as an adult? So probably I'm guessing
Be back to school.
like another course
Yeah.
or be a teacher at an elementary school.
Oh my god, what a
Both are
nightmare.
bad.
Be a teacher is a nightmare at an elementary school. Oh
Wait,
my god.
elementary is like what?
The tiny ones.
Tiny,
it's
tiny
it's a
humans.
tiny humans. Oh my god, but I would hate to be back in school. This is hard.
Okay, if I'm being paid to be a teacher, and maybe I could only do it for like a few months,
Hear me out.
maybe,
Yeah, I
maybe
think
it's gonna
too.
be cute. Maybe they're cute.
I think one thing is that they're going to be very noisy and they are like the tiny ones,
Yeah.
okay? But on the other side, they are not as judgmental as teenagers.
No,
So
yeah.
it might be better. I'm
I
like,
follow this teacher on TikTok and she always dresses up. She's a teacher in elementary school
mm,
and she always dresses up and she does like outfit check. She's really cool. And sometimes she records herself during class and you can hear like all of the kids and it's really cute. And it always seems like she's having the best day of her life because like the kids are so nice to her. They're always complimenting her and I don't know, kids can be really funny.
yeah.
Uh, so I think I would go for the teacher, even though I do have like the urge to learn new things, like still, like
Yeah.
especially languages.
Same. I thought about that because I was trying to learn Japanese on my own. And I feel like if I had time going to a school to learn it, just that,
Yeah,
even if it's like after hours,
yeah,
it would be more helpful. So if it's for only one subject, maybe, or
yeah.
something you want to
Then
learn,
that's more like extracurricular.
yeah,
Yeah,
not like really
not like
college.
going back.
And yeah, teacher can be fun. I think maybe one day I would like to try it, but like maybe even
I think you would
elementary
be
is
a good
better than
teacher.
I don't know.
I think you would.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Not that sure.
Okay, it's your turn.
It's my turn. Oh, this is a fun one. Talking about teacher. Would you rather have Kanye West as your arts teacher? Heavy, really heavy teacher. Or Britney Spears as your dance teacher? You'd be
Definitely.
dizzy, just
Definitely
spinning
Britney.
around.
Definitely Britney. I
Are
think
you for sure?
I think I would cry with Kanye. I think Kanye would be the worst teacher ever.
Oh my god, I would die to have Kanye West as a
I think he
teacher.
would like tell me that I suck every day.
Probably.
I
But I
would go
always
back home crying every day, Iris. I don't need that.
first, like 50% of the classes, he was not gonna be in there, not
True.
gonna attend. He would wake up and be like, I don't want to go to school today. To
To
so
those little
that's a
bitches.
plus.
Those
But
little bitches don't
don't
deserve me
deserve
as a
me.
teacher.
But the few classes that he would actually appear would be life changing. Like I feel like he's if he was another
Yeah,
subject, no. But arts, I think he would be great at it.
true.
Just
I
like
feel like
he's very
if it
creative.
was only like to hear him talk,
No interaction.
no interaction. But like if you would have to like evaluate what I did, I think he would be so mean. I don't know.
Probably. He'll probably be
He
very
would
like
kill you.
outrageous.
Yeah. You're like, what are you doing here? Shouldn't be at the school. You're a disgrace. I don't know.
But
But
yeah, he's
yeah,
a Gemini, so I think he's open to ideas too. I just
true.
think he's a little bit like crazy. But at the same time, I think he's really good at art. And
Yeah, you're
yeah,
making me change my mind.
it would be an
I
experience.
would love to try both classes.
Yeah.
Cause like dances with Britney.
Dancing with Britney would be super dizzy. I would be throwing up after a while. Like spinning and spinning around and around
Spinning,
and
looking at
around.
the top. Cause there's a camera there.
True.
Yeah.
They were like, always look up.
Oh, look. But yeah, okay, we agree on Kanye.
Yeah, I think Kanye would be a better teacher.
Okay, would you rather have Ariana Grande as a class president
Okay.
or Cristiano Ronaldo?
As a class president? Oh my god. Okay, hear me out. I think the first thought would be Ariana is more responsible and all. But hear me out.
I think she has
Cristiano.
mean girl vibes.
You think?
I think she's gonna steal your boyfriend vibes.
Oh my god.
Don't you
Yeah,
think?
I'm not sure. I think probably because she did wasn't she in Scream Queens or something?
Yeah,
Yeah, maybe because of that I have that idea. But she seems sweet as a person. But
yeah,
all at the same time, she's like the super like perfect straight A's girl that
yeah.
I'm not sure if you want as a class president because she will be like, everyone needs to
Annoying.
be as me.
Yeah.
And Cristiano is like, she would be like sporty and like, please teacher, let us go out first. Let's just have more
Come
more
on, come
break time. Come
on.
on. It might be more helpful. So I think
Yeah,
I would pick Cristiano.
I would pick Cristiano as well.
It would be fun.
I agree.
Would you prefer having a duo assignment with the person you dislike the most at school? And we already learned that you love teamwork, but this time it would be someone very awful. Or having your mom as your math teacher.
I would prefer to do assignments with a person.
The duo assignment.
Yeah, because it's a one-time thing.
Yeah.
It's gonna be over. Maybe you're gonna bond with a person.
Mm,
Maybe it's an opportunity.
true.
Okay.
That's true.
Mom, as a
Facts.
math teacher, it's gonna be for years.
True.
And she's probably, even if she stops being your teacher, she's probably gonna be at your school the entire time.
True.
And I wouldn't like that. I wouldn't want my mom at the same school as me ever. Yeah, I would go for the assignment.
Me, if the word was dad, it would be the duo assignment. Because my dad did all my math homework with me. I think that's why my grades were good, but I was crying. Like my my notebook was like full of tears.
Oh no, it's one of
Swear to
them.
God, he's one of them. He was like, come on, let's do math work. And I'm like, no, Dad, I don't want, I can do it on my own. I remember like he didn't like hit me or anything, but he was like, you're doing this all wrong. And my tears are falling down. So if the word was that, it would be easy. My mom is like super softy. So
Yeah,
I
she's
think
chill.
I could handle her as a math teacher. So I would pick my mom.
Yeah, she's cool. She can stay.
Only my mom.
Okay. This is a very juicy question, okay?
Oh my God.
So we have, imagine you have a trio of mean girls in your class.
Okay.
Which trio would you pick?
First, there's always mean girls in the class. I don't know
There's
why,
always
but
mean
there's
girls.
always like that really small group.
Yeah.
Who would I pick?
Um, the first group is Hailey Bieber, Kylie Jenner, and Kendall,
Wow.
or Taylor Swift, Gigi Hadid, and Bella Hadid.
I need to pick the one that I would prefer to have.
Yeah. So imagine they were bullying you, okay? Like
Who would I rather
hardcore.
be bullied by?
Who would you rather be bullied by?
I would rather be bullied by Haley, Kylie, and Kendall because Taylor Swift is so annoying. I don't know why she gives me really mean girl vibes. So
I
she's
would
like,
also go for that, but I think my reasoning was I'm just obsessed with Bella Hadid. She's just like so pretty. And if she bullied me, I would cry
oh my
like
god,
every day. Like with Haley and Kylie, like
you could
I
handle
can
it.
bully them as well, you know? Like I have my I have my ways.
Look at you when you were
Like,
younger.
exactly. Look at you before the
Where
operation.
were your lips?
Exactly. But Bella, I mean, you can also do that with Bella.
Yeah, you can also do that
But
with
she's just
Bella.
like very pretty. I would be like overwhelmed.
But actually, from all of this, Bella and probably Carly seem to be the less mean girls.
Yeah.
Because I think Bella,
Oh wait, I think Gigi can be such a mean girl when
because
she
I think
wants.
Gigi sometimes seems like bullies Bella, but at the same time, I know it's like sister thing, but
Yeah.
yeah, I think Gigi is more like.
Yeah. 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 We agree on the first one.
And now, it's not like the mean girl group, but it's like your friend group. Which group of friends would you rather belong to? This is our last
Okay.
question, so think wisely.
Okay.
The first group is Justin Bieber,
Yeah.
Billie Eilish, which they are already friends, so it makes sense. Timothy.
Timothy Chalamet. Chalamet.
I don't know how to pronounce the second name. Willy Wonka, basically. And Miley Cyrus. So you
Oh,
have
I love
Justin, Billy,
Miley.
Timothy, and Miley Cyrus. This is one group. The second group is Doja Cat, spicy, Pete Davidson, another. This is the Cray Cray group. We have Harry Styles, and we have Rosalia.
Oh, fuck. I love so many people from the two groups. I would love to hang out with Miley. I think she looks like super cool to hang out with.
She's really dope.
I also love Justin, but I don't know his personality. I don't know about his personality.
He's
Do I
your
want to hang out?
his Pisces?
Pisces. Yeah, but Pisces man.
Mm.
Mm.
You're right.
And then Doja Cat, I would feel kind of overwhelmed by her. I don't think I can match the level of craziness. Like I like crazy, but that's another level of craziness.
Crazy.
Like she would appear without her eyebrows and say that Satan made her do that, and I was like, tell me more. You know,
It's always interesting though.
it's always interesting though. Yeah. Then Pete Davidson, I don't relate. Like I don't know. Harry Styles either. And Rosalia, she seems really sweet.
Yeah, she does. I would pick this one, definitely the Doja Cat group. I think Doja and Pete must be very. Pete must make me laugh every day.
Yeah,
He's very
I
funny.
agree.
Doja is also has a weird sense of humor. Rosalia, I think I really love her, and I think we would go well together. But the Harry Styles is the only one that I would be like, I don't know, maybe his personality would
Maybe he's
surprise
cool.
me. Yeah, maybe it's cool. So I'll pick this one. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I would go for that one too because in the first one, Billy and Timothy don't say much to me.
Yeah.
I really love Miley, but I don't think it's enough to make me pick that one. So yeah, I would switch Harry Styles with Miley and it would be the perfect
That would be
group.
the perfect group.
Yeah.
I agree. So that's all for Would You
That's all
Rather.
for back to school as well.
Yeah, actually, we had so much more things here to talk
We
about.
have
We
so
made
much
like a
more.
list of topics, and there's like almost half of them that we couldn't talk because it was getting too long. And also, we asked you guys for crazy stories that we couldn't read as well. So we're gonna put another theme here that
Yeah.
it's school again in case it comes out. We do a part two.
Yeah. And
How do you feel about it?
I'm excited about it already.
So it's pink ball time
It's
now.
pink ball time.
And it's our first pink ball time of the season. Oh, no, it's not. Sorry. Sorry.
So I believe it's
I'm confused. Too many vacations.
Too many vacations.
Too many vacations.
Pink ball time.
It's my first pink
The
ball time
ball?
of the season. I knew it. It's my first.
But it's my turn to open it. No,
Okay.
you take it out. I open it.
I knew it was the first time. Pink ball time. You open. There's this is full of new themes, so let's see.
Let's see. Cults?
Cults. Oh my god.
Cults, guys.
Okay, this is gonna be like we need to do our homework, but
We
it's
need
gonna
to
be
do
juicy.
a homework about this. Yeah. Wow.
I have no
cults.
idea. I can only remember like see, I don't even remember that one that I was talking about.
I actually
Oh, Charles Manson. I only
Yeah.
remember Charles Manson.
Yeah. There's a whole documentary about it on Netflix. Yeah, we're gonna have to prepare for this one.
But maybe you guys can help us a lot with this. And it's always I love the like dark stuff.
Yeah, me
so
too.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. So yeah, we'll see you on the next episode.
And we can make a cult, the undressed cult.
Don't dress cool.
Just wait for it. See you next
So yeah,
week.
see you next week. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you. We love you.
Bye.
Tá a começar muito bem. Vamos.
Let's go. Tu, 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 tu.
Ei, olha, foi completamente descoordenado. Espera, eu vou fazer. Faz-te. Ok. Foi?
Foi.
Ok.